So basically, we got some self-snitching rappers, right? So I hope you guys enjoy. As always, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, join the fam, and yeah, let's get it.
There's a few rappers who found themselves on the wrong side of the law, and it was all because of something they said in their lyrics. So let's begin with talking about Tay-K, whose lyrics landed him a staggering 55-year sentence, before talking about one who is literally facing the death penalty as we speak. On June 16th, 2017, Tay-K released a song titled The Race that would change his life in a positive way, but also had a negative outcome, as only 3 days after recording it, he was locked up and put behind bars. You see, Tay-K decided to name the song The Race because he recorded it while being on the run from law enforcement.
Bro, that's crazy. Imagine running from police, right? And hopping in the studio, rapping about the situation.
That was like 3 days before
Oh
I got
my
locked
God.
up when I recorded it.
At the time, Tay-K was just 17 years old, and being that he reportedly grew up as a very difficult child who did not want to go to school and barely saw his father, releasing this track was life-changing to the future star, and could have possibly taken him down a path he used to dream of. Although he originally released the song on
Bro, the views on that is crazy. Over 200 mil.
and could have possibly taken him down a path he used to dream of. Although he originally released the song on SoundCloud as an independent artist, the song would go on to be a smash success, as it charted number 44 on Billboard's Hot 100 and has been remixed by tons of artists such as Tyga, Lil Yachty, Fetty Wap, and many more. However, the song didn't really take off until Tay-K was locked up in prison, with the lyrical content of The Race being used as
But that's what it usually is though. People like artists don't really, you don't see the artist's full potential and like numbers wise until like they either pass away or they're locked up and they're not getting out anytime soon. Like they always wait until they get to that point to then support the rapper. I don't understand that whatsoever.
as evidence to convict him. To
It's kind
understand
of like Julio Fulio, like all his numbers, especially like Instagram or whatnot, is like went up like 30-40%. Like how? The guy died and now you're supporting. Now you want to follow his social media after he died. Make it make sense.
why, it's important to note that just 1 year before dropping the song, Tay-K was involved in a home invasion in Mansfield, Texas, that resulted in the death of
in
21-year-old
Texas?
Ethan
Yeah.
Walker on July of 2016.
Police are still searching for a 17-year-old murder suspect described as a violent fugitive. Law enforcement sources confirmed that Tamor Trevon McIntyre is a suspect in a murder case in Mansfield.
Tay-K ended up getting arrested, but since he was a juvenile, he was put under house arrest at his sister's house.
I had got my apartment. Like I said, we didn't have a lot of family like that. In Kimbo, you get released. Juveniles get released. He got released to me. I had my apartment. I was 18. I was working.
While on house
Damn, she had her own apartment at 18. All right, do your thing. Shit.
Released. He got released to me. I had my apartment. I was 18. I was working.
While on house arrest, Tay-K expressed that he was having urges to escape on sites like Twitter, and soon he would literally cut off his ankle monitor and fled to New Jersey, where he was then caught by US Marshals. He
Damn.
began to gain popularity on the day of his arrest by strategically releasing his song The Race, where he had a few bars about beating the case and running from the police.
Fuck a beat, I was tryna beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch, I did the race.
To make matters worse, the music video featured Tay taunting the cops, toting guns,
Bro, that song was on repeat for like probably like a good year, bro. That song was everywhere.
and posing in front of his own wanted poster, which was kind of audacious. However, fans loved how authentic he was in his music, causing his follower base to explode.
But look, as we watching this nigga for real, he's not playing.
That's what make the song lit,
Like,
nigga.
what you mean? I'm listening to, hey, look, cause like, hey, you know how some artists be like fake.
Bro, my niggas-
Fake,
But
yeah.
I'm listening to him like, damn, I'm listening like, damn, this nigga for real.
But these publicity stunts wouldn't age well, as after the investigation was over, Tay-K was also found responsible for murdering a photographer who had invited him to take pictures while he was on his race. Although the
Wait, what? Nah, this man's on demon time. The photographer too? Nobody's safe.
capital murder charge and its mandatory 40-year prison sentence did not stand up, Tay-K was sentenced to 55 years behind bars on the 19th of July 2019. It's assumed he's not having a good time behind bars, as early last year, tweets from Tay-K's official Twitter account said that he was being treated like a hamster and that he was at war within. While an argument can be made that Tay-K certainly deserves the punishment for his crimes, the same cannot be said for Mac Phipps, who had nothing to regret since he was wrongfully convicted for over 20 years. McKinley Mac Mac Phipps became a member of No Limit Records in 1996, which consisted of legendary rappers like C Murder, Mystical, and Snoop Dogg. He was on his way to a very fruitful career until the 20th of February 2000, where tragedy struck. Mac was at a show with his family in Baton Rouge when suddenly a fight broke out in the crowd. And before anyone knew what was happening, a gunshot was released, causing the crowd to panic and scatter. While everyone was running away, Mac supposedly took out his personal gun as a defense tactic, as he went to search for his mom, who was also at the show. But this would prove to be a grave mistake that would cost him 21 years of his life. The cops arrested Mac for murder, and at the time, Mac didn't really understand what he was being accused of.
So I go in the house, and it wasn't but a couple minutes later, police had surrounded my whole house, man. They coming from the backyard, from the front, they done blocked the streets off. And
so when he got to the
It does sound like they just like didn't care. All they want, they just saw a dude with a gun and was like, all right, cool. You have to be the shooter. Like, police, like, I'm pretty sure, like, back then, like, it just depends on where you're located and the county and stuff you're in, because they just want to solve the case like this. They don't even care to look at the actual facts or the actual evidence. They just want to look good, all right? On the crime scene, there's someone with a gun, all right, has to be the shooter, convict him. It's like, come on, bro. You just threw away 2 decades of this man's life for no reason, to defend himself, bro. Defend himself. 2 years. This is why I live in Florida, bro. Stand your ground law. Gotta love it.
Whole house, man. They coming from the backyard, from the front, they done blocked the streets off.
So when he got to the interrogation room, he told the detectives that he didn't even have a gun on him, which was a lie. Now, according to Mac, he lied because he feared a concealed weapon charge and didn't even think about the possibility of being charged with murder. He assumed whoever was shot would wake up and tell them who shot him, since the person who got shot was only hit in the arm. However, his world turned upside down when cops informed him that the young man had passed away. As it turns out, the bullet had gone through his arm and into his chest. This made it seem like Mac was trying to cover up the murder, since multiple people clearly saw he pulled out a gun. However, the cops still strongly believed that Mac was responsible even after he fessed up and showed them his gun with all the bullets accounted for.
That gun that you had not been fired.
Never been fired.
So what the fuck are they fucking with you for?
Because I gave them this gun. They tested it. They tested my hands. The gunpowder test came up missing. Like, we couldn't.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, this kind of reminds me of the whole like Tory Lanez situation. Cause remember, Tory Lanez didn't have like any like gunpowder or anything on his hand, and it still convict him. So it's kind of like they're like, damn, bro.
Oh man, don't you just love
They
it?
couldn't remember what a gunpowder test was.
When his case hit the courts, it got so much worse for Mac, as the district attorney at the time, Walter Reed, was notorious for convicting black folks with no mercy. But what's kind of strange is that the prosecutor
No lie, I was kind of hinting at that, but I didn't want to completely come out and say it because, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to like pull like the race card, but like black dude has a gun in a crime scene. Bro, you're getting convicted no matter what, bro. Sorry, GG's. It's over, bro. It's what is it? Year 2000? Yeah, you done, bro.
spliced together lyrics from 2 different songs off Mac's catalog as evidence of Mac's criminal character. During the trial, the prosecutor said, "This defendant who did this is the same defendant whose message is murder, murder, kill, kill. You fuck with me, you get a bullet in your brain." You don't have to be a genius to figure out that 1 + 1 = 2, to which Mac
So even back then, they was using your lyrics against you. Damn, bro. Rappers don't learn whatsoever.
thought was messed up.
You took 2 different songs, spliced them together to make what you feel, to basically make the statement you wanted to make. One song was Murder, Murder, Kill, Kill, which was like a straight battle rap. The other one was a song called Shell Shock, and the line
old school
that they
flow.
referred to was actually a line about my father.
The prosecutors also presented Mac as a villain because of his rap moniker, the Camouflage Assassin, which in reality had nothing to do with the literal murder. It seemed like they were trying to replicate the same strategy used against Mac's fellow No Limit rapper, Snoop Dogg, some years prior, albeit much more aggressively since they greatly lacked evidence. The case really began to raise eyebrows when the real killer came forward.
The guy who
Really?
came forward 10 days after my arrest. He came forward on his own, just really feeling guilt because a person that he considered his nephew was sitting in jail for something that
He pulled up.
he pulled, that happened with him.
Yeah.
And he told him what happened, and they basically told him that they got who they wanted. They just let him.
Wow. Wow. That's so you see, like I'm saying, they don't care, bro. They don't care because you know why they're not gonna be like, "Oh, you're the guy," or let's make this right. It's gonna look bad on them. So now you have a report come on like, "Oh, we arrested the wrong guy." Everyone gonna be like, "Wait a minute, you arrested the wrong guy." Like, what you mean? Like, so it's gonna make them look bad. So they're like, "We got the guy we want, bro. It's already in the news. We already solved the case. This and that. Somebody already paying for it." Yeah, so they don't really care, bro, whatsoever.
By the time the jury was to come to a decision, the prosecutors had already succeeded in painting Mac as a cold-blooded killer, causing him to get a 30-year sentence in 2001. Mac Phipps has since served 21 years before being granted clemency in
Oh my God, 30 years for something he didn't do. Wow.
2021, meaning he would still be on parole for 9 years after that. Just like our next rapper, Bobby Shmurda, who was also on parole after accidentally telling on himself in one of his biggest songs. Bobby Shmurda was the hottest thing in hip-hop in 2014. His first music video, Hot, was going viral with multiple celebrities co-signing his iconic Shmoney dance.
That's an old song.
It's not, can't everybody stop saying that. It's not just Quarter Body by the Week ago. It's Mitch Quarter Body by the Week.
He was even performing at concerts with some of the biggest names in rap, such as Drake and Meek Mill. But sadly, Bobby wouldn't get to enjoy his newfound fame for a very long time, as a year-long police investigation was about to come to a head, with Bobby at the center of it all. You see, Bobby was a member of the GS9 crew and had been in the streets from a very young age.
School outside, really, I started going to school around like 5th grade, 6th grade. And then...
Hold on, you went in the 5th grade?
Yeah, I started going to school around 5th grade.
Okay, you already knew all you needed to know. You sharing and all that,
I
and
just started making
coloring
money. And I used to go to school and I used to look at the...
What's his name? His name Jack? Jack something. I forgot his name, bro. He's a comedian. He has like a fake eye. Bro, he hilarious. Oh, this is back in This Is 50? Bro, this is a real throwback, bro. This Is 50 was it. It was like This Is 50 and then there was like World Club, what World Star? Him a World Club, World Star. Yeah, This Is 50 was like a runoff of like MySpace. I think it had like the same engine or some shit.
You stupid ass motherfuckers trying to learn and shit.
GS9 was a gang that notoriously made most of their money from selling crack, and we all know what comes with the drug business. With a few deals gone bad, the cops had zoned in on the GS9 Crips and were waiting for the perfect moment to scoop them up, which is where Bobby came in. Only a few months after dropping Hot, Bobby and GS9 got raided by the police while at a studio session in New York. All 15 members of the crew were arrested and put behind bars. In the courts, Bobby was painted as the driving force behind all the crimes and set his bail so high that he couldn't afford it. In reality, Bobby wasn't the figurehead in all of this. The police just didn't like the fact that Bobby had gotten popular while rapping about crimes. They saw his music as a taunt, which is why they moved in on their entire crew. In the song Hot, Bobby made multiple references to crimes they actually committed, such as the lyric where he says, "Like I talked to Shice when I shot dudes." Bobby was literally claiming to have shot people and even named 2 men who were proven to be involved in the crime with the lyrics, "I'm with Trigger, I'm with Rob."
Bro, this is why you don't bring, bro, if you're gonna self-snitch on yourself, bro, don't bring up names of your homies, don't bring up anything else but yourself. Keep yourself snitching to yourself. That's why it's self-snitching, all right? Keep it to yourself. The fact that you name it other motherfuckers in here, bro, that's not a good look.
Rasha, I'm with A-Rod, broad daylight. We gonna let them things bark. His friends, Rasha and A-Rod, who were letting them things bark, ended up with 98 and 53-year sentences respectfully. And Mitch, who caught a body about a week ago, got handed 8 months since they lacked a lot of evidence in his own case. After seeing some of his boys get cooked by the judge, Bobby ended up accepting a plea deal for a 7-year sentence. It was supposed to be 5, but he took a longer sentence so his homies Rowdy Rebel and Nitch could do 7 years instead of 12. Rowdy,
bro, yeah, people was talking about, bro, that's a real one. He like, I'm gonna add 2 more years on my sentence to help my homies get home sooner. Bro, that's a real one. That's a real
he was
one.
also a rapper in the GS9 crew and has been friends with Bobby since he was a little kid. So it wasn't surprising that Bobby would do all this for him and Nitch. Bobby has since served his time and was released in February of 2021, and his actions earned him a lot of respect in the streets since he held it down for his boys. Unlike Tekashi 6ix9ine, who did the complete opposite and is now literally getting blackballed by the entire industry.
But I mean, to be fair though, that's completely 2 different situations. You're talking about homeboys that been with you, holding you down from since like a jit. But 6ix9ine situation, these are homies that were just using him for his money and clout. That's two completely different situations.
The rapper 6ix9ine had hired the members of the 9 Trey Bloods as his bodyguards right after they released his breakout hit Gummo in 2017. Right out the gate, the top Bloods saw this as an opportunity to make a lot of money from an up-and-coming rapper. So they gave 6ix9ine a high position within the gang, convincing him to believe he was one of them. This led to internal conflicts with lower members, seeing 6ix9ine as inferior, causing them to kidnap and rob him in July of 2018.
Crazy.
I need everything, nigga. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car, nigga. Get in the car, nigga.
Chill. Where your man at? Where your man at? Give me your money. Where your money at? Where your money at? Get in the car. Get in the car.
That's crazy.
We gonna shoot you.
No, you think I'm in the car? Get in the car.
Open the door.
Let me open it. Get in.
The fact that even know the homies, he like Shaw, please like calling him like bro, like chill, bro, like your own peoples, bro. That's what it's saying. Like these are two completely different situation, bro. There's no way you can compare Bobby's murder like situation compared to 6ix9ine. There's no way.
We gonna shoot you. No, you think I'm in the car? Get in the car.
Open the door.
Let me open it. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in it. That's what I'm doing. Get the fuck in here. Ain't nobody in here.
6ix9ine reported the incident to his manager Shotty, who wasn't too happy that fellow Bloods were trying to mess up his bag. You see, the Bloods in charge of managing 6ix9ine had actually been snaking him massively on shows. Like, I'm talking massive amounts.
Not going to the show. Why you not going to the show? It's 60,000. Like my rate, everybody know my rate is 100K and over.
That's like, no, we actually gave you way more than that.
They call me and say, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah, they've been, bro. They've been stealing money left and right, bro. They were doing him bad.
We just put the 80,000 front end in
deposit, so it was 160.
So I'm like, hold on, what? How many shows you got? He said, "Yo, I got most of the shows on this thing." I said, "All right, how much?" He said, "We got you for like a couple dates. You just signed to 3.6 million." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, you just did these couple of dates, but we didn't lowball you. It's 3.6 million
for the 15 dates.
For 15 dates."
Damn.
So it's not 300,000.
This had been going on for a long time without his knowledge, and this caused 6ix9ine to cut all ties with the 9 Trey Bloods publicly.
I fired everybody in my team. I got no manager, I got no booking agent, no PR, no public. I don't got nobody on my team. It's just me. I want everybody to know, if you booking shows, do not book shows unless I say this show is gonna be booked with this person. They will steal your money. They're not me. I'm not signing no fucking contracts. That don't got nothing to do with me. Whoever is booking shows for Tekashi 6ix9ine is stealing your fucking money.
The Bloods weren't going to take this sitting down since they were actually real gangsters. They had planned to quote-unquote super duper violate 6ix9ine.
What you trying to do? You trying to literally, you trying to separate yourself.
That's cool, but now you gotta get violated.
Yeah, super violated.
Super violated.
Super duper. So ain't too much he can really do unless he gonna run around with 100 armed securities all day. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get shot at pay.
He ain't getting enough money for that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And
Crazy.
He canceled all the shows.
He ain't a gang member no more.
Nah, he ain't nothing.
Luckily for 6ix9ine, the feds had been monitoring the Bloods for a long time, and 6ix9ine's antics made it even easier. That's why when they discovered a murder was about to happen, they found and arrested all members of the gang, hitting them with RICO charges, which have a 93% conviction rate. 6ix9ine himself was facing a minimum of a 47-year sentence since he was technically a part of the organization and had involvement in some of the drug crimes. But 6ix9ine didn't feel a sense of belonging to the group anymore, especially after they had been robbing him blind. So when things got slightly inconvenient, he flipped without any hesitation.
What sorts of things did...
Respectfully, I did the same thing, bro. It did the same thing, bro. If you're not looking out for me, if you're not trying to help me out or even care about me or any type of way, bro, I'd do the same thing, bro. I'm not gonna go down and do 50 years. For a motherfucker who just try to kidnap me, talking about super violate, super this and that, threatening my life. What? Hell no, bro. Snitch, snitch, snitch. He did it. He did it. She did it. Hell yeah. What?
9 Trey members do?
We participated in a lot of, violent crimes, robberies, assaults, drugs, sorts of that nature.
Mr. Hernandez, do you recognize anyone in the courtroom who was a member of 9 Trey when you were a member?
All of them.
Yes.
It was said that he met with the feds 26 times throughout his cooperation to provide information to them. And that's when his breakout song Gummo was dissected in court.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to ask you some questions about the lyrics of Gummo. Beginning with the first line, there's a reference to a word, blicky. What is a blicky?
Blicky is another word for gun.
And in the second line, there's the phrase in the middle, drum, it holds 50. What is that in reference?
50 rounds.
Drum is an attachment that you add to a gun. Carries extra clips, bullets.
They also referenced his lyrics dissing Trippie Redd's friend.
Yo, KP, you a loser, nigga. Up that Uzi, nigga.
Remember when you was in LA, nigga?
Wait,
yo,
let's
KP told
address
you
the
to take
people.
your flag off, the nigga that you was talking about in the song? No,
address
KP, you's
the
a loser.
people.
That nigga don't run shit. He's not from my state.
The prosecutors brought it up when they were discussing the assault of Trippie Redd's team by the 9 Trey Bloods. 6ix9ine's testimony landed all the Bloods involved hefty sentences. It was even worse for the two guys who kidnapped him since they refused the plea deal offered by the prosecutors. Eventually, 6ix9ine ended up receiving only a 2-year sentence, which he has now served. And his actions brought him a lot of hate from everyone because they felt like he snitched on the homies. 6ix9ine, on the other hand, seems to see it.
It was not the homies, bro. I hate all social media. Bro, it's just a bunch of brain rot, that's NPCs on social media. There's no way you calling that your homie. If someone that kidnaps you, what, fucking on your girl and shit, this and that, like, bro, threatening you, bro, that's not your homies, bro.
Differently.
I beef with the whole West Coast. I beef with the Houston. I beef with Chicago. Did I ever get kidnapped by Chicago or Texas or West Coast? Did I ever get kidnapped by them, or I got kidnapped by my own people? What I did, it wasn't snitching. What I did was being smart.
In the aftermath,
Facts.
Tekashi 6ix9ine deciding to let the truth fly against the gang got him shunned by the hip-hop community. He claims that platforms like Apple Music and Spotify no longer promote his music whenever it drops. Tons of artists aren't willing to work with him anymore, most likely for the fact that doing so can be damaging to their reputation, as was the case with someone like Kodak Black, who got heavily criticized for working with 6ix9ine last year. However, he seemingly only did it for the check.
That's an M, homie. It's like, what the fuck, homie? I understand the value of $1.
On the other hand, when Gunna allegedly snitched on his best friend, label boss, and frequent collaborator, Young Thug, things unfolded a bit differently. And this is also a case where lyrics were reportedly being used as evidence as well. On May 9th, 2022, Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 other members of YSL, aka Young Stoner Life, were named in an indictment for allegedly violating the RICO Act, which basically meant they were allegedly committing crimes in a criminal organization. Gunna specifically was locked up for the lines in a song with a now deceased rapper named Lil Keed, where he repped YSL and showed a YSL pendant in the video, which the prosecutors claimed was enough to prove his affiliation. However,
because a pendant was in a music video. This is how the feds be studying every single frame in your music videos, every single lyric lines, everything you do. They pay attention, bro. Just because you have YSL pendant in a music video, that was enough to convict you to say like, yeah, you're a part of this gang. That's crazy.
Things made a weird turn when 6 months later, it was reported that Gunna took the Alfred plea deal to get out earlier than the rest of the members. This essentially means he snitched on Young Thug. To make matters worse, the footage of him snitching in court even got recorded and posted online for everyone to see.
Crazy.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so crazy how they wasn't giving Gunna such a hard time, because Gunna, like, what, he's like at top of the game now. Like, his numbers is like, yeah, he's like taking over right now. I wonder why they didn't give him such a hard time, the way they gave like 6ix9ine. Cause there's no way Gunna can be snitching on YSL and shit be like all gravy, but 6ix9ine is like the most evil, stupid person ever. Like, I don't understand that.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Instead of getting treated like Tekashi, Gunna somehow maintained a solid fan base and connections to the industry, as the hip-hop community was drawn between whether the Alford plea should be considered a form of snitching. As for Thugga, the prosecutors have yet to present any solid evidence, leading them to turn towards Thug's music as evidence of criminal activity.
Associated YSL released a song on YouTube titled Slime Shit, where the lyrics state, "Hey, this is that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit. Hey, killing 12 shit. Hey, fuck a jail shit. Hey, cooking white brick. I'm not new to this. Hey."
The lyrics the judge read,
bro, bars,
are from Young Thug's 2017 song Slime Shit featuring Yak Gotti. After this, the whole conversation around rap lyrics being used in court erupted, with Young Thug's parent label stepping in and setting up a petition against the use of rap lyrics in court.
My name is Kevin Laos. It's no secret that people of color are under attack every day.
Well, that's something we need to protect freedom of speech, especially when it comes to art.
My art is not a reflection of my character.
As being an artist, you should be able to always express the way you feel in that moment.
Freedom of speech and expression is important to me because I think of all the beautiful music that everybody's ever put out.
However, Young Thug's lyrics are still being played in court, even as recently as a few months ago. The trial for Young Thug is still ongoing, and only time will tell if he'll actually beat the case. There's a few rappers.
Bro, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Also, like, comment, subscribe, join the fam. And yeah, I'll see y'all for the next one.